In June, it's the opening day of the World Cup. We're waiting for it for a very long time since 2022, Qatar 2022. We thought this day would never come, but finally, 11 June is here. Welcome to Footee Chat and FIFA This is Nana Basal Play. Today we'll be talking mainly about the opening match. We'll also be talking about Black Stars preparations and also talk about some of the friendly matches we've seen from yesterday and the day before yesterday. But Nana, it's 11th. We thought this day would never come.
Yeah, we were counting the days. Now today we are counting the hours, the minutes. We're observing the seconds. It's been interesting. You see a lot of things, a lot of story, the back stories and all that.
Team
Issues,
preparations and all that.
and all that preparations, issues with visas and all that.
Referees being
Being
sacked,
sacked.
political
And
issues.
that's another interesting thing. Do you remember in 2010 when they were bidding for the World Cup? 2010 World Cup when they were bidding for it. Libya said they will not allow Israel per their constitution. Israel is not allowed in their country, so they were not allowed to bid. So,
These days, people always say you can't separate football and politics. They
I know,
always,
but why does the goalpost shift when it comes to the US?
not just the US, the Western world. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
For example, Russia invaded Ukraine, and because of that, Russia has been banned, right?
Yeah.
Israel has been bombing other countries. Even I think about 3 or 4 months ago, they bombed Lebanon, and Ghanaian military. I think 2 Ghanaian military people were even injured. It was in the news, and so far nobody is saying anything. Why? Because Israel and America are like this. So like people will say this world, they want to tell us that we are all equal, but it's obvious we are not.
Okay.
Even you remember
Let's shift to football.
206. 206.
Yeah.
South Africa was also bidding,
Yes.
but they didn't get it
Yeah.
because a particular man who was supposed to vote for
For-
Australia
yeah, voted for
or
Germany, yeah.
no, he didn't even go. You forgot that story. I think
I remember that, so I
he
thought he
was
voted
left-
for them rather.
he was left. He didn't leave his hotel, and apparently the backstory coming out was that I think 2 different parties or 3 different parties promised him some money, so he was confused for who he should go and. So these things happen. But anyway, let's come back to the football. Today we have Mexico and South Africa. 7 o'clock, right? 7
Yes.
p.m. Ghana time.
7 o'clock.
I've been reading a lot of, should I say, things on the internet. Now, a lot of Ghanaians and Africans are saying they are Mexicans, also because of issues with South Africa and the rest of Africa.
I'm not really bothered about those issues.
But,
but
you know, it's like
obvious.
I said, football is not supposed to be political, but from what you've seen in the past, you can you try to separate it, but it always come back to bite you.
At the end of the day, Mexico is going to win.
Oh yes,
Their
but
worst results on the day is going to be a draw.
but if we supported South Africa, people will say South Africa have a chance. I don't know. I have a fun. If I'm to be objective, I have a funny feeling it will end in another draw, like it happened in 2010.
Yeah,
I think
But I won't be
maybe
surprised if
a
Mexico
1-1,
wins.
a 1-1, or even maybe a 0-0 draw. It's just I don't know. It's a funny feeling that I have, but I know people who have gone to buy Mexican flags and Mexican jerseys, and they are about to support. But anyway, before we look at the opening game, let's look at some of the friendly matches, especially with teams in our group. You watched the England game yesterday
Against Costa Rica.
Yeah, I watched it, and I think it was far an improvement on their first friendly match. The one that they played is against New Zealand.
Yeah.
The New Zealand game was a bit surprising because usually you see England, making some moves, but they looked a bit lethargic.
In the past 2 years or more, England have struggled playing. I don't want to say lesser teams, but
Yeah,
teams
but
they are
with
far better than.
New Zealand,
They seem to
I was
struggle.
expecting them to.
Yeah, they
do
seem
well.
to struggle against low blocks. When they meet
Teams with low blocks.
yeah, it becomes difficult.
They
Teams that
struggle to create.
Yeah, teams that don't really
Yeah,
create much, don't have a lot of possession and the rest.
And the worrying
play a
bit
low
was
block.
the man of the match for that game was somebody who's not even in the squad, Rio.
Yeah.
So
One
people
of the
were
guys they took along.
people were asking that, is the manager thinking that he has made someone? But I don't know. Yesterday's game, even even though they scored 3, but I think they started coming into the game somewhere maybe 60th, 70th minute. Because beginning of the game, they looked very lethargic, very, what was the word? They were a bit, I don't know, they were a bit off.
Were they really lethargic? They put pressure, they missed a lot of chances.
The pressure was there, but I'm talking about being creative.
They missed a lot of chances. In the first half,
They also looked a bit predictable. And I think the Costa Ricans saw that, so they sort of were matching defensively. But I think maybe in the second half, the Costa Ricans, you can't do that forever. I think they started getting a bit tired.
And you can't do that and not make a mistake.
And also started putting in tackles, reckless tackles, and I don't know. I think maybe getting to the 60th, 70th minute, the Costa Ricans got a bit, and they also didn't qualify. So like, I don't know. So one of the international journalists watched the English game against New Zealand and said that if this is how they are going to play, then maybe Ghana has a chance.
I personally wouldn't form an opinion
with the friendlies, but
based on friendlies.
One friendly, fine, but you start seeing 2 or 3, then you start. I don't know. I think the team lacks a bit of, I don't want to say cohesion, but you when you're watching their games, you get this notion that they are 11, 11 talented players playing, but I don't think they are playing as a team.
All the best for us.
I'm
not really bothered about how bad they are playing.
You can see the players he took are talented, because when you watch, they remind me of the Black Stars and Utani.
So I get what you're saying, but my narrative is, if their narrative is that their team is bad, then it's my narrative is that we have a chance. So I personally don't bother about
that's why
all the long talk and all that.
I'm just
trying to understand what you're saying.
Analyze, because usually they are also, and I think Paraguay also play a game. I forgot who they played against. I think somewhere, I don't know whether it's not this week. I think maybe somewhere last weekend.
Panama or Paraguay?
I think Paraguay. Some of the matches now they come in plenty. So
no, I've watched a few matches, but I thought we were going to concentrate on the
ones in our group.
Yeah.
It was an English.
Yes, the Portugal played Nigeria. I believe Nigeria played very well.
I watched bits and pieces of that one.
Yeah.
Ronaldo was a bit wasteful too. And another game that maybe directly doesn't affect us, but I watched Argentina. It was at dawn. I think it was around 2 or 3. Argentina against Iceland, and I think a lot of people thought maybe Argentina, because they won the last World Cup, a lot of people are not really, but I think they looked a bit scary in that game.
Yeah.
The thing is, they are not attacking, they are very pragmatic, but when they get the ball into maybe right after the center half, especially when Messi came in the second half, they look very dangerous.
So the issue is, a team can be pragmatic, but as long as they have talented players in there, they can instantly cook up something and to result in a goal, or there'll be a moment of brilliance.
Messi came in. There was this nice, I don't know where he gets his passes from. There was this pass right through the middle. It went through about 3 or 4 Iceland midfielders, and it went to, I think, Mataru, what's his last name, I forgot, the striker, and it resulted in a penalty. But the point is, I think a lot of people are saying, oh, Argentina won the last World Cup, so maybe this time it's not really, but they looked quite scary.
In summary, when I watched the whole, even including the Ghana match, when I watched most of the friendlies I watched, I realized that there was nothing new about all these teams, and it seems the bigger teams are still strong.
Oh yeah, that one.
The weaker teams probably wouldn't really master up some level of defiance or or defense against some of these things. But I personally believe there are surprises. Most of these players don't want to miss the World Cup, so they don't
They want to get injured.
Yeah, they don't want to get injured, so they are not always at full capacity. Especially when you watch the teams that were going to the World Cup against teams that were not going, you could see that most of the time the teams that were not going to the World Cup always got the 50-50 balls and all that, because you could see there was not much contention.
Yeah, but with the Argentina game, they looked like they were playing a World Cup game.
Yeah,
they were all in. That's the reason why I was like, hey, these people, even friendly match, the way they are playing, and if they get to the World. But anyway, we'll see how they do. But another news coming up was in the Black Stars camp was I heard Carlos Queiroz moved the team from their training camp.
Yes.
From the American University in Virginia, because it's a university, access is very, very So they moved to the DC United training ground because he was afraid that spies might come up, because I guess students are still in school.
Yeah, I'm told there were a few cases where people were recording, people were taking pictures of what they were doing, and they weren't sure whether they were just innocent students
or spies
or just fans or something.
And apparently, the university is also open to people who are not students. They can enter.
Yeah, I'm told even the gym.
There's a gym there that is open to the public.
They said 3 times a week open to the public.
So I don't know whether he was taking his cue from.
So I'm told initially they went to the DC United for the gym alone, then they later decided to
get the training ground. It's a bit secluded, so nobody can really enter. It's important. Remember what happened with the English playoff?
I personally don't have an issue with spying.
Yeah, but why are you spying? It's unethical.
Why?
You can't spy somebody's training session. It's unethical.
It's not a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Personally, I don't see anything wrong.
It's a huge deal. That's why they were actually, because the thing is, if you believe in your team 100% and think you have the ability to win, why are you spying on somebody?
Why do teams do analytics on other teams?
Yes, but
if you only have to believe in your abilities of your team, then you don't need analytics on other teams.
Analysis doesn't mean you should spy. It means you can look at past games, but going to somebody's training ground.
So let me
that's
just ask.
unethical.
So, let's say after our game and the coach decides to go and watch Croatia England, is that spying?
No, that's a game. It's open to the public.
Well, I personally don't see it.
Yeah, it's like this is the explanation.
I get what you mean. Personally, I don't see it in public.
A match is for example, I think the American football NFL. Usually the coaches have these books where all the set plays are in. And I think about 10 years ago, one of the teams, whether it was an intern or somebody who worked for one of these coaches, stole, because that person was leaving the team, stole one of the books and sold it to an opposing team.
Oh, that means that even in baseball,
and sold it to opposing team.
Very big issue
and
there.
then I think maybe a year later it came out. They sort of fined, and even I think they didn't ban, but they fined the opposing team quite. I think when it's a match, it's open season, anybody can go, but training is supposed to be private. So that's where the issue is.
If you are good, you have a good.
Yeah, but why are you spying?
I personally, it won't do much.
It won't do much. This, because usually teams have open training sessions.
I understand.
And they have closed sessions. There's a reason why they have closed sessions.
I understand.
And have open sessions.
I understand your explanation for all of these things.
Because
what I'm saying is, to me,
yeah, but it's
not.
I don't want to use the word. It's not right.
If I hire you as a coach to do a job for me, and your excuse for losing is that they spied on you, I'll still sack you. So
yes, but still, if the other team is found out, they will be in trouble.
Maybe, but
it's not maybe. It's a rule. That's why Southampton had beaten.
No,
what was the team?
It's a rule because what happened with Leeds earlier, they were fined or something like that.
Yes, it's something that was going on, and with Liverpool, there's a reason why they moved to Kirby, where they are originally. their first training ground was just somewhere in the city. So if you were walking past, you could just watch over the wall and see what they are doing. And I think
Understood.
as time went on, they were like, nah, this anybody can just send a scout to come and view
Personally,
us. So they went to a place that is more secure.
So to me, spying can never be an excuse for losing. So
No,
to me, it's not
it's-
significant to me.
They are
It's
not.
not-
It's
not
not
material.
It's not about losing.
It's unethical, but it's not
Yes,
material.
it's the unethical part that I'm talking about.
Yeah, but it's not
It's not
material.
even about losing or winning. But the question is, why are you spying?
It's unethical, but it's not material. It has no impact. I personally
It
shouldn't
has-
have.
Do you know why it has an impact? Every team has an open training session where fans can
You've
come.
already explained
I
this.
know.
I understand that
And
part.
There's a reason why they have closed training sessions.
I get your opinion.
Because the coach is
Mhm.
trying new
Mhm.
tactics.
I get your opinion.
Uh-huh.
But to me, it is not.
Okay, so
Let's move on.
are you saying appall should be legal in examinations?
It's two different things.
No, they are not two different
Two
things.
different things.
It's like you know the formation the other coach is bringing, so you can counter.
But you can also see the formation and still people counter and win. It's not material.
Yes, but
It is unethical, but it's not material. It's two different things.
I'm not talking about how material it is. I'm talking about how it shouldn't be encouraged. For
Yes,
teams
but
to do it.
to me, it's a very simple issue. You can't use this as an excuse for losing.
But I'm not.
Let's move on.
I'm not sure. I really forgot the team, the name of the team. Who did Southampton even play against? The team never said that's the reason why they lost, but they provided CCTV footages of the guy coming into where they were
Oh, I saw
training
holding a
and
camera and
taking
everything.
pictures. They never said that that's the reason why they lost. They just presented the pictures to the FA and told
I
them
understood.
this is what somebody came into. Even it's illegal to come
I
into
understood.
that space.
I understand.
Uh-huh.
It's unethical.
Yes, it should be condemned.
Yeah, but it's not material to me, so me I'll move on. It's not material to me. I can't hire you as a coach then tell me you were spied on.
Yes,
That's
but
why you
like I
lost.
said, they never said that's why they
No,
lost.
I'm not saying they are saying that. I'm
Uh-huh.
saying if I hire you as a coach, you can't use that as a reason for
Plus,
losing a match. So
They,
it's not material.
they brought another instance of something similar. I think 2 or 3 teams had reported Southampton during the championship season.
No, they were the ones who actually confessed to.
No, but I think others also had the guy whose face came. Other teams had captured that same face in their training ground. Apparently, it's an intern who works for the Southampton club, and that's the job they've given him, to travel and spy on other teams. But anyway, so what's the next? The Black Stars thing. People are also disappointed that we didn't get another friendly match before we started the tournament. Apparently, Honduras pulled out
This is
in the last minute.
this is my opinion, and I'm not saying it's true. But I feel sometimes when we start, it was an issue of costs. You know, when you played against Korea and Japan, they invited us, they paid to play us. IGF, you can internally
Generator
funds, you can use it as you want. Germany, Austria, they invited us. IGF, the GF, you can use it as they want.
Mexico also invited.
Mexico also invited us. They paid us. When we got to we having to pay somebody to play us, it became an issue.
Plus, there's another.
It's the same with the Black Queens.
Uh-huh.
The Black Queens have been getting friendlies. People are inviting us, inviting us. The past 2 windows, they've not played. So it's an issue of.
And some of them have been cancelled.
Some,
There's a friendly match with the Black Queens. I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
in Tanzania against Tanzania and Malawi.
But that's not. They also have 2 teams who are both, for example, 2 teams who are both preparing for the World Cup. So it's me personally. I don't really think a friendly match is going to change anything seriously. But it's nice to see your players, especially building cohesion.
If you are putting up a structure or a plan,
Yes, you want to try.
You want to see if it's working.
Yes.
If you have to tweak it, if you have to abandon it.
With what we were saying, the point I wanted to make was, yes, sometimes you have to pay somebody. That is when the friendly match is also it's just beneficial to one of you. So it will be harder because Honduras didn't qualify for the World Cup.
Jamaica also didn't qualify.
But there was another channel I think the FA didn't use that, and they should have done that way before. That is, when both teams are preparing for the World Cup. Sometimes the what's the word? Terms of agreement is a bit different from you paying somebody maybe to, because at this point in time you are all in America.
One of the things you also have to do is look at location.
Yes, so like you are all in America.
So you decide to camp in Wales, where teams close to Wales who would have wanted to play you.
The second one would have been in America.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. So you decide to be in Washington. Are there teams around who would want to play you? So you look at location and everything, then teams that would probably, if you are going to pay or you're going to bring people in, logistics and all those things, how favorable is going to be. And all of this is down to organization.
Yeah, that's why I think it didn't happen early, because if they really wanted teams who were also preparing for the World Cup and they started planning maybe 3-4 months, I'm sure they would have gotten somebody. Or maybe they were so confident they would get the Jamaica game.
Maybe.
Because right now, someone was even saying that the players or the teams who didn't qualify for the World Cup, their players want to start their summer break.
Oh, true.
Because
because
even they didn't qualify and they are still playing.
The window is actually even over.
Yes, so people want to start taking their break. So I'm sure there will be pressure from the players to the FA to say, yeah, bro, that kind of thing. So that personally, I think there was also another option of them maybe getting a club side, which I think we've even done before. Germany.
So the other issue too is that the MLS, there's a break. So most of these players are already on holidays. So if you had not planned this
earlier,
ahead, it's not going to happen.
But personally, I don't think. Anyway, maybe it's a blessing in disguise. Maybe you go play Honduras and Jamaica, and before you realize your best player is holding his leg.
You can equally get hurt.
Yes, it's true. But anyway,
we just hope and pray.
I think if they get a lot of good drilling during the training, and I've seen a few of them, it looks quite intense. I think they can transfer that into the real game.
Yeah, Carlos Queiroz is basically into fitness. He's framed the whole thing alongside preseason. So it's more into fitness and getting you ready. And I understand that most of our team players didn't play much.
Yeah, so some lack match fitness. Even Nyama, he just came back, I think 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, before the
league ended. So somebody like that would need more, should I say, fitness to be able to. Yeah. So anyway, we play on the 17th, right?
We play on the 17th
against Paraguay. That's Thursday, right?
Yeah, that's Thursday.
And what's the time?
I believe the first match is around 11.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
I believe it's 11, then 7 and 8 p.m.
Okay, then we are lucky. Some are playing is it tomorrow or today? Korea, I forgot the other thing. We are playing at 3 a.m.
Korea and Bosnia.
Yeah. I think it's 3 a.m. That one, unless you are up. But
so it's the beginning. The moment we play the first match, then the whole thing will kick in. We start. People will be sleeping in the offices after during the days and all that.
I remember USA '94. Some of the matches I had to, and the funny thing that
even
that time I had.
That is even far. Korea, Japan.
Yeah, that one was night.
Yeah, at dawn and in the mornings, and we're running away. It was mostly at dawn and morning.
It was around school time. Because that time I was at Tech, so.
I was at Pope John, so we're running away to go and watch the match and all that. Watching at houses of teachers.
I was at Tech second year, and Argentina, first year or second year, Argentina was playing England. I was watching that game in my room, and then one of my mates, Charlie, The lecturer they talk say they do medicine. I said, this man.
Teachers can be like that.
Oh, so I didn't finish. I think it was they had just started the second half, and I had to run to go write. And as the boys were writing it, they were insulting the lecturer in their head.
Personally, it's not a measure of seriousness. It's not a measure of.
The thing was,
I get you.
He didn't tell us. He was trying to do like a surprise.
But he knows why he was doing. He knows you guys were watching football. It's
people were like,
it's never a measure of being serious or not being serious. It's an event. It's an event that occurs every 4 years. Have some allowance.
One of my mates, I think he wrote the midterm in like 10-15 minutes and went out again.
So
because he had to go and finish the game.
I am looking at the African interests. There are some favorable matches.
Are you worried about the Senegalese form? I've seen 2 of their games, and I saw the Saudi Arabia game 0-0, and I saw them against the one against America. I think like you said, they looked like in the beginning they didn't really want to get
physical
into the game, and second half they had no choice. They had to get into the game, and they were able to score. Equalize.
You are going to see them against France, and you understand
and
they are going to be. They might lose against France, but they will let you know they are going to be a threat.
Even France also lost to Ivory Coast.
Yeah,
that was it last week.
But still, if it's a World Cup match, the results might be different.
Yeah, but
the levels might be different.
The French are worried. I read an article.
Friendly match is more of a squad game. But in terms of what do you call it? In terms of World Cup, it's always the first team. Yes, there's some substitutes. So I personally don't worry about. Sometimes it's just like basketball. The starting 5 or the starting team can do a lot of damage. But the moment they start doing the rotation, subbing, and then the rest, then you realize a team might dip for a whole half. Then that kind of thing.
I read an article from a French journalist, and he wrote a very interesting article. He said in 2002?
Yeah.
2002, when they were defending champions, they played against China and lost 1-0. And the narrative around France was, it's just a friendly match. They went into the 2002 World Cup and didn't even win a single match. So they thought, hey, these people, that's what they did the last time. They said it was just a friendly match. And you remember 2002, they had Cissé, they had Trezeguet, they had Henry.
Everybody relevant.
But Zidane was a bit, I think Zidane missed the first 2 games to injury.
So,
and they were kicked out in the early stages.
This is what I believe. The French game, though they have a lot of talented players, but because
mainly
in attack, even in midfield they seem a bit.
Even the defense too.
Yeah, but they still have a very good team. Their game, because the team is filled with Africans, is based on physicality. If they play an African team, the physicality cancels out.
So the Africans will have to play hard.
Yeah, because you are playing against an African team. If an African team is not even talented, the physicality is there. You are not going to push them around. You are not going to
bully you.
You are not going to outrun them. You are not going to do any of those things. So it becomes more of how good or how talented the team is. So it becomes basically talent and being smart.
You have
more IQ and all those other things.
We'll start seeing.
So I'm not surprised when teams like
level of the game when.
Personally, I'm not surprised when teams like France struggle against African teams, because one of their qualities is cancelled out, which is physicality. So that is well understood. I won't be surprised they'll be very careful against Senegal. But
so
the Marine.
Yeah, I think we'll start seeing the real levels or the real performances of the teams when the competition starts. So to end,
another big game is probably Morocco-Brazil.
Oh yeah.
That's also going to be. I also expect a cagey game there. If Brazil wins, I won't be surprised, but I won't be shocked if Morocco beats them also.
I watched they are friendly against Egypt.
Yeah.
And I'm still not very okay. Maybe when the Brazilian team, I still think they are akakaka,
Yeah, but
especially in attack.
the issue with Brazil is they have to be on point for 90 minutes.
But now they are not on point for 90.
No, I'm not talking about the Brazilian team. If you are playing
them
against them, because individuals' brilliance always is a factor when it comes to Brazil.
Oh yeah.
They can come up with something.
They can hang on to
So
the
yeah,
ball.
so you would have to be on point for 90 minutes.
They scored first and Egypt equalized from a very, I think Marquinhos back pass. He didn't look who was around, and then the Egyptian go onto it. This is Ziku, that's the Egyptian's name, who equalized. And as they made that mistake again, but luckily the person didn't score. I don't know, there were 40 passes back to the goalkeeper. It was something that they kept doing. So I don't know whether.
So we are looking forward to an excited World Cup. We are going to do more of previews for you in short after-match reactions.
So
later on, we are going to put a number on. Then you can also record your own reactions and bring it, and we'll post it on our channel for you. And this is something we want to do. We want to be a place where everybody can share their
your
opinion
mind
and be able to talk.
And let's enjoy this World Cup.
And react. We want to see you in the freshness of the reaction when you are shouting, when you are jubilating, when you've won a bet.
They can even bring a picture.
Yes.
When they are watching, we'll post it.
We'll post it and we'll do all those things for you.
YouTube page. So
this is more of a fan-centered.
Footee Chat. That's the channel.
I will actually post a WhatsApp 3 minutes video. Very short.
I mean, them subscribing to the channel.
Yeah. Then we will make sure that we'll post them for you. We'll try our best to post everybody's. We want.
So you can send off pictures.